How to think in English. Imagine this. Someone asks you a simple question in English. How was your day? Easy question, right? But suddenly, your brain starts working like an old computer. First, you think of the answer in your native language. Then you translate it into English. Then you check the grammar. Then you wonder if the sentence sounds natural. And by the time you're ready to answer, the conversation is already on the next topic. If this happens to you, don't worry. It doesn't mean your English is bad. In fact, many English learners face the exact same problem. And today we're going to talk about why it happens and how you can fix it. Most people believe they struggle with English because they don't know enough words. Others think they need to learn more grammar. But often, neither of those is the real problem. The real problem is translation. Your brain is acting like a full-time translator. Every thought takes a long journey before it reaches your mouth. Native language, translate, check grammar, translate again, then speak. No wonder it feels slow. Imagine trying to have a conversation while opening Google Translate for every sentence. You'd get exhausted pretty quickly. That's exactly what your brain is doing. How fluent speakers think. When a fluent English speaker sees a dog, they don't think, okay, what is the English word for this animal? The word appears instantly. Dog. No translation, no extra step. The connection is direct. And that's the goal. You don't want your brain to translate faster. You want your brain to stop translating altogether. Start small. Now here's where many learners make a mistake. They try to think in complicated English right away. That's like going to the gym for the first time and trying to lift the heaviest weight in the room. Your brain doesn't need difficult sentences. It needs simple ones. When you wake up in the morning, think, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I need coffee. Simple, short, natural. Turn daily life into practice. One of the easiest ways to train your brain is to describe what you're doing. Walking outside? The weather is nice today. Cooking? I'm cutting vegetables. Waiting for a bus? The bus is late again. You're teaching your brain to connect English directly with real life. The more often you do it, the more natural it becomes. Stop being afraid of mistakes. Here's something important. Your thoughts are private. Nobody can hear them. So why are you worried about making mistakes inside your own head? When you're practicing thinking in English, perfection doesn't matter. Speed matters. Flow matters. Confidence matters. If your sentence isn't perfect, keep going. You can improve grammar later. First, train your brain to move comfortably in English. Use images instead of translation. A powerful trick is to connect words directly to images. For example, when you hear the word apple, don't think of the translation. Picture an apple. When you hear beach, imagine the sand and the ocean. This creates a direct connection between English and meaning. And that's exactly how fluent speakers think. Surround yourself with English. Your brain learns from what it sees and hears every day. If English only exists during study time, progress will be slow. Watch videos in English. Listen to podcasts. Read short articles. At first, you won't understand everything. That's normal. Your brain isn't looking for perfection. It's looking for familiarity. The more English surrounds you, the more comfortable it feels. What happens when you finally think in English? Speaking becomes easier. Listening becomes easier. You respond faster. You feel more confident. And most importantly, English stops feeling like a subject. It starts feeling like a language, a tool, something you use naturally. Thinking in English is not a talent, it's a habit. And like every habit, it gets stronger with practice. Start with small thoughts. Stop translating every sentence, because one day you'll realize something surprising. You're no longer translating, you're just thinking. And that's when real fluency begins.